Hey Gemini, what's happening? What's cracking and what's poppin', baby? It's your boy for CancerMoonsTarot coming at you guys with your January 2020 love tarot reading. I hope you guys are well. If so, let me know down in those comments down below, man. Keep in mind this reading is general. If it resonates, that's awesome. If not, it's not your message. Feel free to check out any other amazing tarot readers that we got here on YouTube, okay? These messages may resonate backwards or vice versa, so take them how they resonate if it applies to your particular situation. If you guys would like, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which is all linked down below. And you guys can also check out my sister and her boyfriend's YouTube channel. That's the first link in the description if you guys want to take a look into my family's life. Nonetheless, let's see what's going on for the Gemini, baby. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout January 2019, or 2020, excuse me. Messages for Gemini here. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout January 2020. Messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout January 2020. All right, Gemini, let's go ahead and get one more shuffle, and we'll take a look and see what's happening, okay? Hope you guys have been doing well. I hope everything's been good for you for December so far. Happy holidays, guys. I hope you've enjoyed your Christmas and stuff, and I hope you guys have a fantastic one, okay? So, Gemini, here, energy between you and another person. You got a Ten of Swords. Can be connecting with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. As for the collective, and you know, you are a part of that, of course, there's a lot of things that are ending as we're moving into this brand new year. You know, we are exiting a decade and entering a decade, and that's really beautiful, let alone we're entering a brand new year. So there's going to be new energy that's coming through. You have a Four of Swords, a King of Wands, and then you have a Four of Wands. So you're stepping into brand new doors. I really like that vibe for you. Now, with the Four of Swords paired with the King of Wands, what's interesting is that you're really isolating from really inconsistent people, and you're also isolating from people that are definitely not resonating with your vibration. You're starting to notice how we're moving closer and closer to a new year, that there are many people who are just not the same as they once were with you. You're recognizing, I don't click with a certain group that I used to click with. I don't click with a certain person that I used to click with. It's just coming to that self-awareness and that self-recognition that the people I've dealt with before are not the same now. And it feels so much better isolating myself from them, because I'm recognizing that as a person, I'm changing, I'm growing, I'm adapting, right? And what's cool about being a Gemini is you're a mutable sign. You know what I'm saying? You are mutable. And with that mutation, you are able to adapt to certain different circumstances and situations. And that always touches bases on how you are always evolving, constantly adapting. So I feel here, Gemini, that during this transit, moving into January, moving into 2020, you are in a space where life is very different and things are really changing. Now, change is always good. This resonates with 555. You may actually be seeing the number 555 on a consistent basis. But in regards to change, for some of you here, this could talk about travel. You may be moving, Gemini, or you may be considering moving, and if so, you're feeling very drawn to get out of the space you're currently in. Not talking about energetically, although it could be that. On a physical sense, if any of you guys are feeling drawn to leaving your current location, in 2020, you may be moving somewhere new, okay? Possibly you might live somewhere where it's a little more cold, you want to go somewhere warmer, that's cool, or vice versa, however it is you want. But for some of you, there may be actual travel involved here. Now, if that's not the case, Gemini, the overall sense of what I'm feeling is you're definitely moving away from things that are no longer a vibrational match in your life, things that don't match you. And that King of Wands is what's showing up as those many things, which it could be a lot. It could be your job, it could be your friends, your family member, even a lover if you've dealt with one. Whatever it is, you are definitely escaping from something. Because as you notice with that Four of Swords, the more you distance yourself from something, the more happier and content you're feeling. So ultimately, there's something that you're cutting off because you recognize that, well, I know myself and I know better, and I recognize that without this one thing or one person, I feel lighter, I feel happier, I feel more content. So this is about cutting something out. Surprisingly, at the bottom of the deck, we do have a Seven of Swords. So there could be a deceiver in your life. There could be somebody who is doing things that they shouldn't. Let's clarify this King of Wands. What is this King of Wands, or who is this King of Wands representing as in Gemini's life? Okay, we got a Four of Pentacles. Ooh, okay. Can be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, but the Four of Pentacles to me can kind of show up as somebody who's rather selfish, somebody who wants all of your time, somebody who isn't considerate of your time. This could be a person who's only considerate of their own time and what they want and what is for me. Because when you look at this woman holding those Four of Pentacles, she looks like she doesn't want to share with anybody else. Okay? okay? Now, the Four of Pentacles can represent a number of things, but in this situation, particularly Gemini, I feel like you're connecting with somebody who is very much so about what they want and what they can get, okay? This can resonate to somebody being an energy vampire, which means a person who consistently drains your energy because they get everything they want out of you. This could even be somebody who's very physical. I don't know if we have a sugar daddy or a sugar mama here, Gemini, but somebody here wants your money, okay? And that's not a good vibe. Don't be giving your money away to nobody. You earn what you got. Make sure you are giving it back to yourself, okay? As for this outcome that's present, we do have that Four of Wands, and with that Four of Wands, like I was talking about previously, as you isolate yourself from whatever person or job or anything, whenever you isolate yourself to whatever this is, we'll identify it moving forward, you feel better, okay? So moving into 2020, you're going into it leaving some things behind and being ecstatic moving forward, okay? So let's take a look here. We're gonna take a look into who you're dealing with. We'll take a look at how they feel towards you, what the situation was. Then we'll take a look into how you feel towards them. We'll see where energies are aligning, Gemini, and then the outcome for January 2020. Now, in regards to who you're connecting with, Gemini, let's take a look. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout January 2020. Who is the person Gemini's connecting with, and how do they feel towards Gemini throughout January 2020? What do we got? Ace of Cups, okay. King of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Devil card, Empress card, Wheel of Fortune, Tower card, and the Temperance card. Okay, so I was already kind of feeling this a little bit. I don't think it's that the person you're dealing with is fake in the sense of they're giving fake love. I don't feel like whoever you're connecting with is giving fake love, but I feel like whoever you're dealing with has dependency issues, okay? I'm almost feeling, Gemini, that whoever this is you are connected with could be coming from a codependent nature where they need your attention all the time, they need your love all the time, they need you all the time. And I think you're getting to the point where you've become burnt out because you cannot offer all of yourself and all of your devotion to one person. You need to have time for yourself. And even for couples that are married, you know, they need time for themselves as well. It's not very healthy being around somebody 24/7 and never not having, you know, time for you. You need to have time for yourself as well as time for friends, time for family, and etc. You know, life isn't all about just one person. Life is about the experience you choose to live. And I don't think anybody wants to choose to live an experience where they are just surrounded by someone and giving all their time and devotion away to someone. So let's talk about it. Ace of Cups, King of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, and the Devil. They feel personally that throughout this whole connection that you two have, yes, they have love for you. Yes, they care for you. But at the same time, this person I feel was very difficult to deal with in the way that they had different values as you, right? Because that King of Swords is kind of speaking to me that the person you've dealt with, they have different values than you. They are a little more stern on what it is they want. And I almost feel like if they didn't obtain what it is they wanted, they might have a cow about it. There's a Tower card right there for you, okay? So it was like, well, what person am I getting here today, right, Gemini? Am I getting the Devil or am I getting the Angel with that Temperance card? I feel like whoever you were connecting with, they definitely could have bipolar energies here. Not to say that they are actually bipolar, but just to say in regards to their energy, sometimes they were super sweet and other times they were really just the Devil. And I feel like you went back and forth with that. So whoever this is you're connecting with here, it kind of indicates to me that at times, you know, they were so good, they were so sweet, they were acting the way that you'd expect someone to in a relationship, and then at other times they could be rather spoiled, or they could be the type of person who's very dependent on you or very rude to you, very mean to you, right? I almost feel like whoever this is you're connecting with here, Wheel of Fortune, yeah, does have some stuff to do about wealth. You could be connecting with a person who, you know, liked nice things and needed nice things, Gemini. I don't know if you were out of pocket or spending out of pocket a lot on whoever this person is, so be mindful of that. But nonetheless, this person wanted a lot. And I think the difference between you two is that you didn't want all the same things, and maybe you wanted to wait for some things. For some of you, Gemini, this person could have pressured pregnancy because you have an Empress card. Maybe they wanted a baby and you're like, okay, hold on. That's a big commitment. We need some time to think about that. And this person's like, no, I want a baby by this age. Okay, and you're like, what? Okay, yeah, it's like, oh, next year, let's start baby booming. Okay, so I feel, Gemini, overall, whoever you are connecting with here, they were the type of individual who very much so was in a space where they knew what they wanted, but you both didn't want the same things. And that's where there was a polar opposite between you two, which is why you felt good being on your own. I think you felt good being on your own because you didn't have to subject to things that you didn't resonate with. There were great quirks about this person. There were great things about this person, but there were also a lot of cons about this person. And I think that you were getting to the point where the cons were outweighing the pros to stay in a relationship. When you started noticing that whatever, if this was a relationship, a connection, a friendship, whatever it is, you were recognizing that it was just starting to become toxic to the point where if you didn't subject to what they wanted because you were thinking the opposite way, this person would act out or be upset or be manipulative or be angry and, give you that negativity that you don't really deserve just because you have a different opinion. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay. So I feel like whoever you're connecting with, there was a lot of polar opposites here. And it wasn't like, well, okay, I respect how you feel. It was more so like, well, I feel this way and you should feel the way I feel. And that's not how life is. People are different. You should never have to subject to somebody's feelings or do something somebody wants to if you don't want to. That is like the number one red flag of a relationship turning into a toxic one. Okay? And I think you started to recognize the codependency a little bit here, because with that Devil card and that Ace of Cups, yes, granted they loved you, they needed things from you, such as love, such as attention and affection. What they also needed from you here as well, Gemini, is they needed you to be what they wanted you to be, right? They wanted you to be what they wanted you to be, okay? And I hope I'm saying that correctly and not fucking that up. Basically, their version they painted for you, they wanted you to fit that exact version, rather than you be who you are. And that right there was the groundbreaking part for you to get out of this connection, and you became aware of that because with the Four of Swords, took out some time, some meditation, some contemplation, some self-awareness and recognition of, okay, I need to end this connection because you know what? I need to be happy. Four of Wands. You're recognizing that being happy sometimes and then being not happy the other times, like being happy sometimes and then being miserable another time, especially if that's 50-50, it's already showing that it's not working out. So you're starting to see yourself, slip, Gem. You're starting to see yourself slip to the point where it's like, okay, I'm really not happy here. I really am not. And, if someone can't accept me for who I truly am, I'm not going to be the person you depict me to be. I'm not going to be the image you want me to be. I'm going to be my goddamn self. And as you should be, right? As you should be. Never be someone you're not, and never be someone that someone else wants you to be. Okay? Damn, baby. Let's go, Gemini, in regards to how you feel towards this person. Okay, and in regards to their feelings, I explained a little bit of their story. They still have love for you here in the present day. So in January, they're still in love with you. I think they're trying to make things right with you. Okay, so whether they've communicated to you yet or not, they may communicate to you in January 2020, wanting to have a new beginning with you, etc. But with the Temperance card here, I think that they are starting to recognize how they treated you poorly in certain ways, and they're trying to fix that, okay? But anyways, how you feel currently, Gemini, let's take a look. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs throughout January 2020. How is Gemini feeling towards this person? Moving forward into January 2020. We got a Magician card here, Virgo energy, a Six of Cups, a Page of Pentacles, we got a Three of Wands, a Six of Pentacles, a Seven of Swords, a Lover's card, a King of Cups, and then a Hermit card. Absolutely. So I think Gemini, I think a lot of you guys are in a space right now where you're kind of accepting this situation for what it is. It was almost like in the past I was blinded, right? And what I mean by that is you were blinded to almost like, you know how I said before with this person, when you were involved with them, Gemini, they would make you do things you didn't want to do, or you'd have to like submit to them. Maybe you didn't realize how submissive you were actually being until it was too late, to the point where you were like, I'm not even who I am with you. And I think that as you are distancing yourself here with that Four of Swords energy, this Magician card, this Six of Cups, you're like, it feels good to just be me. Period. It feels, excuse me, I'm sorry, guys. Oh, Jesus. It feels good to be myself. It feels good to be myself and to feel comfortable with who I am and do what I want to do. And I think that's so important. Page of Pentacles over here, it's like, hey man, I can do whatever I want. I can buy whatever I want. I can talk to whoever I want. I can do anything, because when I'm single, I'm vibing and I am free. And I think it's liberating You know, the Six of Cups talks about acceptance. The Magician card talks about, not even in the sense of doing what you want to do, but this is like being in alignment with yourself and what you want to manifest. And I feel like during 2020, you're like, look, man, I'm manifesting good energy. I'm ending toxic cycles. I'm getting good friends. I'm fucking honing in on good relationships. It's like, this is a time for me to be free from all of what has disturbed me through this year of 2019 and to move forward in a direct, new, happy beginning, because it's my time to shine and actually be happy. So either way here, Gemini, I definitely feel like, yeah, as you're taking time away from this person, you feel really good because you feel like you get to be yourself. And I do see over here with the Six of Pentacles to the Three of Wands, I think that you're in a space where you're not ruling love out of the question. I think you just realized that this was false love. Okay, yes, you may have been in love with them for a certain amount of time. Yes, you may have cared for them. But when someone really loves you, they'll accept you 110% for who you are. They won't want to make you change. They love you as you are. And that's where kind of the false perception came. Because yes, there really was love here, but it wasn't real love in the sense where someone didn't care. They would have been like, I love you for who you are. You never need to change. I want to move forward with you. That's real love. And when somebody wants you to not be who you are, then that is when we start branching out into way different things. It could be a type of love, a form of love, but it's not the love you desire. So over here with the Six of Pentacles to the Three of Wands, I think you're very much so open to finding the right person who accepts you wholeheartedly for who you are. But I think you're scared with the Seven of Swords of getting into other connections that last like this. You know, this may not have been your first negative experience in a relationship or a friendship. You may have had multiple negative experiences in relationships and etc. And I think some of you guys have a little bit of a fear when it comes towards meeting the right one, because it's like, well, I do feel happy being on my own. I do feel happy expressing myself how I want to. I do feel happy having my own freedom. But at the same time, with this Seven of Swords paired to the Lovers, I really do want to meet the right one, but I'm just scared to take that leap of faith for my next relationship, because it almost seems like this relationship made you scared that, oh my God, this could happen again. So it kind of instilled a little bit of trauma moving forward is what I'm feeling. So with the King of Cups to the Hermit card, it's like, man, I got so much love to give, but I don't really know if I should give it to anybody else just yet. Not, too fast. It's almost like I want to pace myself in 2020. Because in regards to your vibration, right? When we talk about law of attraction, when we talk about manifestation, when you're in a high vibration, you are attracting high vibrating things. And I do see here one of the main focuses in 2020 is obviously having your happiness a priority, which is good because the Four of Wands is your happiness and it is your priority, and that is the door you want to open in. You want to open yourself to the door of happiness and positivity and live a very good life. And I would say, maybe slow and steady wins the race. Maybe when it comes towards, giving yourself some time to love yourself, to be happy, to enjoy yourself, I think that maybe you don't have to rush dating another person. You don't have to at all. It doesn't mean you don't need to talk to anybody. You can talk to whoever you want, but you don't need to rush into any sort of relationships, Gemini, and don't feel pressured that you have to. Some people feel like I'm running out of time to find love, but you never run out of time. Love is always there. The only reason why it doesn't come into alignment with you could be your perception that you're not worthy, or it could be your perception that you're not good enough, whatever it is. Love is always around. Love is always in the air. Everybody will have a chance for love in this life. The thing is that you have to believe that you're worthy of that love and you'll receive it. So nonetheless, over here, Gemini, I do see a lot of fears surrounding yourself moving forward into new relationships, but you have to leave this relationship in the past and the experience you had in the past. Every relationship you move forward into from now on has to be completely with an open mind, no expectations whatsoever. This is how it is. Let's see how this person is. Let's see where things go. I'm open-minded and I'm not going to bring my past shit into my present. That is a very important thing to take forward with you, because some people will literally be living in their past in new relationships. And I'm not saying this is you, Gemini, but some people will just break up with their ex, date someone new, and then already perceive the new person to start acting like the ex, and then it creates a cycle of toxicity nonstop. So every new relationship you go into it with a brand new perception and go into it with a neutral feeling of, let's see how this person really is. Let's see how things go. Don't look for something negative, because you will always find something negative. Let it pan out, okay? So either way, moving forward, Hermit card, Lover's card, You're in a place where you're scared of, I don't know if I should, have another relationship. Maybe I should stay single. You're like, I don't know. Okay? And I definitely feel this Gemini rambling energy because I feel like you really are in a place where you're like, I don't know. But slow and steady wins the race. Keep it slow and steady. Vibe out with people. Get a feel for people. You'll know when to date someone. Okay? Not because you feel pressured into it, but because you want to date someone. And if that feeling's mutual, you'll run with it. So take your time in your love life, Gemini. You got some time, baby. In regards to where energies are aligning between you and this person, let's take a look. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs throughout January 2020. You got a Death card. You got a King of Pentacles. You got a Judgment card. And you got a Page of Wands. So you will continue to stand your ground, because I definitely don't see you wanting to return to this connection. Because in regards to your feelings over here, you are happier without them. It just is what it is. And, sorry for the cross-watchers that are watching, but you feel free and you feel the ability to be yourself. And in regards to that energy, it's helping you become lighter and it's helping you pave your way towards your own path of happiness. So in regards to where energies are aligning between you two, you are going to continue to stand your ground. You're going to continue to leave this connection where it is, which is ended, right? And with the Judgment card to the Page of Wands, you are going to continue on your path of just genuinely enjoying life instead of having to be in a place that makes you feel just a little bit miserable. Because remember, at times this person can make you feel very happy, but at other times with the person you connected with, they could make you feel miserable. So you are like, I need some consistency. And the consistency that I need is happiness, okay? I need to joke around in life. I need to do some stupid things. I need to live it up and have a fun fucking experience, because you know what? I don't know if I die, if I'm going to come back here. I don't know how long I have left on the planet. So why the fuck would I not enjoy it, right, Gemini? That's the vibe we need. Now, as for the outcome between you and this person, let's take a look here. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs throughout January 2020. What is the overall outcome between Gemini and the person they dealt with? Okay. Ace of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, and the Eight of Cups. Absolutely. I'm a really wholehearted believer that the universe puts people into your life for a reason and takes them out for the exact reason, or whatever reason it is. I believe that the universe is always working in your favor. Not everybody believes that, but I really do. And I believe that the universe is working in your favor currently, as well as the other person. You two obviously came together for a reason. And obviously there were karmic lessons here. Maybe one of the lessons this person taught you is that you have to express yourself 110% and never change for anyone else. Remember, you're a mutable sign. Don't adapt and change to different people. Wholeheartedly be you. Maybe that could have been your lesson you needed to take away and learn. Okay, and in regards to this person, maybe you taught them that they can't make anyone change. They have to love and accept people for who they are. Okay, so nonetheless here, as for the outcome, 10 of Wands to the 8 of Cups, you will be releasing this burden, because I do feel like this connection became rather burdensome. You will be walking away. You will go through your healing way before 2020, I think, even begins for you. I think you are going through your healing phase now and you're liking it. And keep in mind, this reading is coming out in December. So there's still some time before we enter 2020. But if you're watching this in 2020, you'll be going through some healing in January. But I feel like, throughout the month of January, you're feeling much better regardless. And in regards to the person you've dealt with, they will be going through their healing phase as well. But as I was touching bases before with the Ace of Pentacles, how I believe that the universe really doesn't make mistakes. They bring people into your life for a reason. They take them out for a reason. That is exactly what had happened. And I already believe that the universe is paving a new path for you. And that new path is the path to happiness. Because the out that you had here, the exit that you had here, that self-awareness of this is unhealthy for me and I need to leave, now you're starting to move past all the negativity and into the happiness, especially by being by yourself, because it's helping you. You needed to be rid of this energy. You need to be back at square one on your own so you can build yourself from the top. And with the Ace of Pentacles here, Gemini, the universe is paving ways for new opportunities for you. So chances are you will meet another new person. Absolutely. You will meet somebody new, but I think slow and steady wins the race. I want to tell you that, at least in my own personal opinion. Give this some time. Give love some time before you jump back into another relationship, okay? If you find the right person, I'm happy for you. Take it, man. Take that relationship offer. But do not rush in your love life. because the right connection's never rushed either, okay? In regards to Gemini's best advice, what is Gemini's best advice, please, throughout the month of January 2020? Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What do we got? Knight of Wands, World card, okay? Three of Pentacles, and then what else do we got? Okay, Page of Cups and the Three of Swords. Good, very good. In regards to your best advice here, Gemini, with the Knight of Wands to the World card, be ready to just travel wherever you go and just be ready to face life and really go with the flow of life. You know, life shouldn't be something that's completely planned out, because life's never going to be planned out the way that you think it will. Life will always have curveballs. And another thing that I want to talk about again, with the curveballs that life throws you, remember and make this your mantra, man. The universe is always working in your favor. The universe does not work against you. So whenever there's a curveball in your life, remember that mantra and say, the universe is always working in my favor, and you are going to see it work out in the most perfect way you need it to, okay? Now, with the Three of Pentacles to the Three of Swords, continue working past all the pain you've experienced, okay? Let's remember that pain we've experienced is pain that we've dealt with in the past. You have every right to feel pain, okay? But as I've said in many other videos, and I will say once again, pain is inevitable, but suffering is a choice. So, if you feel pain, you are allowed to feel pain and feel the emotions you've dealt with. But I think that purging out the feelings of the past and no longer living in the past is going to be very prominent for you in your growth and in your happiness. So for those of you that still have pain that you're dealing with, remember that suffering is a choice. Yes, you have every right to feel the pain that you have, but you can either choose to continue to flow in that pain, or you can choose to say, you know what, it's time for me to leave that in the past and move forward in a brand new way, be present, and be excited for what's to come. All right? So either we could suffer and wallow in that pain, or we can choose to look at things from a different perception. And with that Page of Cups energy here as well, don't be afraid, Gemini, to love again. Remember, Seven of Swords, Lover's card. You're scared of having another relationship that would turn out negative or similar to this, or just be even worse than this. You're scared to have another bad relationship. Bad relationships exist. You know, people usually have them in their life. A bunch of people do. Don't be scared of that, okay? Don't be scared of that. Be more aware of who you're dealing with, and be more aware of who you're dating in the near future. That'll help you out a lot, okay? So no self-sabotage. You can be single if you want to be single, but if you want to date somebody, don't be scared. Just feel out the vibes first. Really get to know the person. Take things slow and steady, and things will work out for you. So with that Page of Cups as that best advice right there, do not be afraid to love again. And with the Knight of Wands to the World card, enjoy the world. Life is so precious. Life is so beautiful. Life is just, it's not a lot of time here. Enjoy it as much as you can and go with the flow of it. Remember, no matter how many curveballs come your way, the universe is always working in your favor, okay? All right, Gemini, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Of course, if it resonates, let me know down in the comments down below. Take care. Have a fantastic and amazing rest of your January, and I will catch you guys for your January mid-monthlies, all right? Peace.